everyone. Update on our chickens. It's been a week now, and I checked day before yesterday their feathers, looking for any signs of lice or mites. I didn't see any. Their feathers looked cleaner, and they actually had some new growth where I noticed some missing feathers. What I did was last night I went out and I redusted the chickens with the diatomaceous earth. It looks like the life cycle of the poultry lice is around 21 days from briefly researching. So I am redusting last night, and I will redust again in a week. At that point, hopefully our problem is taken care of. As far as the rabbits in the garden problem goes, they're still there. I think there's about 3 or 4 of them that are visiting. It rained a couple nights, and I think that kept them at bay, but it also washed all of my blood meal down. So I think I'm going to resprinkle. I might actually try some diatomaceous earth on them and see if, I bet that the rabbits aren't gonna like that either. So I might try that next, see how that does. Today we're gonna be making pickled okra. I'm gonna be using my favorite book again. It really does hold all of my favorite recipes. As always, I'm going to be including the recipe in the show notes. The ingredients will be there. I already have my jars heating up in my water bath canner. I have my canning station laid out here. All of my ingredients are already in a stainless steel saucepan, just waiting to be heated. This recipe moves along kind of quick. It's not a real long recipe, so I'm trying to get ahead and get started because it moves quick. Your ingredients you will need to make 4 pint jars. I'm doubling this and making 8. My son loves pickled okra. That's not a whole lot, but I think it's enough to get us through. He likes to eat it as a snack. I like to eat them on salads or with things like fried catfish or a bowl of pinto beans. They're really, really good that way. What you will need for 4 pint jars is 3 cups of water, 3 cups of white vinegar, 1/3 cup of pickling or canning salt, 2 teaspoons of dill seeds, and you will put all of those ingredients into a stainless steel saucepan. You'll need 3.5 pounds of okra, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 per jar, and I'll have 4 of these tiny Tabasco peppers. This recipe calls for 2 small hot red peppers, stems removed and half lengthwise and deseeded. I'm just going to go ahead and throw one of these in per jar. So since I already have those, all of my ingredients that I need in there, the water, the vinegar, the salt, the dill seeds, I'm going to stick them onto the burner on high heat, and we're going to get it heated up and the salt dissolved. I'm going to keep it warm while I'm pulling my cans out, and then we'll start canning them. When we're packing our jars and filling them, we're going to keep a 1/2 inch of headspace. So when we're filling our jars and we're trying to decide which okras to use, we can stand up an okra and see how tall it is on the jar. And like for instance, if this one is, that one still works. If you find one that is too tall, like this one, it'll actually pack down in there pretty good. So I'm not gonna worry about cutting anything. See how, don't know if you can tell or not how that bends. So you can pack it down in there, and you're gonna pack it pretty tightly full of okra. And then too, with your okra, this still has quite a bit of the stem end left on it. I'm going to shave that down to where there's a little bit left, but not that woodiest part of the stem. To fill our jars, we will need a clove of garlic, 1 of the peppers, if you've halved a pepper or if you're using a whole one. And then we are just gonna start placing our okras in. Sometimes it helps to lay it on the side. And it's okay if they get twisted around and stem ends up and bottom ends down. That is okay. We're going to pack it as tightly as we can get it. We don't want to pack it to where nothing is going to get down there because we still want to be able to debubble it. So I think about right there is how I'm going to do it. Yes, Ellie. Hello. Just like that. I set that to the side and fill the rest of my jars. All right, our brine is ready. I have my jars packed. I have clean rings, new clean lids, my poker, and a towel to clean the rims, and a canning funnel. I'm going to start filling. We want a generous 1/2 inch of headspace. They do make the cool measuring tool that I lost somewhere to measure your headspace. Fill it up to a 1/2 inch of headspace right there. Debubble. It's very hot. Just poke it down in there around your okra and lean your tool in. I like to do it on all 4 sides. Lean your tool in. Push everybody down.
Oh no, what?
Below the brine.
No, that's pink right careful.
Wipe your rim.
I gotta go in the water.
Clean new lid and a ring. Do fingertip tight. And pop it into the canner. All 8 of my pints are in my water bath canner, covered by at least 1 inch of water, 1 inch to 2 inch. We are going to bring the water up to a boil and start a timer for 15 minutes. After the 15 minutes is up, we are going to shut off our heat, remove the lid, and restart the timer for 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes, we can remove our jars from the canner and move them to a place for them to sit for 12 to 24 hours until the lids are sealed. And then at that point, we can clean the jars, remove the rings, label them, and put them on our pantry shelf. The jars are out of the canner. This is such a simple, easy recipe. Maybe pickled okra is not for everybody. We enjoy it here in my house. I hope y'all like this recipe. I hope you try it. And thank y'all for watching.